Well, promise her anything, but give her our pay, Rosie.
Yeah, but not a 16th of an ounce. Besides, I want something more than that.
Rosie, if you're referring to anything of more permanent nature between you and me, I'm just not ready for it. Besides, there are religious differences.
Spanish is not a religion.
And if it's part of the company you're after the interest, notice that too. Almilu is me, Mama, and Lou. And any change in it would kill that wonderful woman who bore me.
Nothing could kill your mother, Albert, except maybe a silver bullet.
But I won't drop Lou either. He loves you, Rose.
I love Lou, too. Sure, he's kind, he's lovable, he's loyal, but Lou died 2 years ago. And besides, he was a wire-haired terrier. I don't want any part of the company. Something much more important.
Rosie, if you're going to discuss what I think you're going to discuss, I'm in no mood to discuss it.
Albert, there is nothing to discuss. Conrad Birdie's gone into the army and I've quit. There's nothing you can do but give up the business, go back to college.
Rosie, I'm up to my ears in debt. Conrad's got a $50,000 guarantee, which I can't pay. And I've just taken a severe overdose of aspirin.
Albert, this may be your last chance. Will you listen to me, Albert? I'm serious. Going in the army is the best thing we could do. Now you're free to start to do what you want to do. Albert, Albert, Albert. You told me I was just for a year. It was just for a year. But it's 5 years, Albert. 5 long years, Albert.
Rosie, it takes time to build a business.
It was only a sideline, that's what you said. Needed some money, that's what you said. You were going to college and get ahead. Instead of being a music business bum, you were going to NYU and become
Don't say, Rosie.
an English teacher. And furthermore, he wrote poetry. And in the NYU yearbook, under Albert Peterson's favorite piece of literature, you know what it says? Little Women.
I've ruined this show business.
An English teacher, an English teacher, if an English teacher, we have a little apartment suite. You get a summer vacation, and we would go up on ski. A man who got his master's is really someone how proud I'd be if you had become one. It would have been such a wonderful life. I could have said Mrs. Peterson, Mrs. Albert Peterson, Mrs. Phi Beta Kappa Peterson, the English teacher's wife.
Rosie, I'll make a deal with you. If you help me get the money to pay off Conrad's guarantee, I promise you, as soon as we're out of the red, I'll give up the company and get back to the academic life.
Albert, you're on.
Of course, it may take a few years, but I'm sure that I can 3 years. What's that?
Something that's going to push that date up a few years. Go ahead, pick a name.
Pick what name? What are you talking
All
about?
right, I'll do it for you. Max. Kim Maxey. Age 15, President and Recording Secretary, Conrad Birdie Fan Club, number 2748, Sweet Apple, Ohio. Mary, would you give me Sweet Apple, Ohio? The number is capital 78820. Call me right back.
Wait a minute, what's going on here? And you, Jim, whatever it is.
Kim McAfee, Albert. It's what's going to send you back to college. It's the biggest hit this business has ever seen. It's called One Last Kiss.
I never heard it.
Haven't written it yet, but when you do, when that one last kiss from Conrad Birdie on his way to the big cold army for 2 long years, and when he gives that kiss to one of his fans, chosen at random from 1,200,000 hysterical teenagers, it'll make Mr. Birdie the hottest soldier since Joan of Arc.
Rose, I'm beginning to see it. We cut the record here in New York.
Take that greasy bongo-playing car thief to Sweet Apple.
Let him kiss the kid.
And release the record. Albert, you make enough money to stay in college the rest of your life.
Rose, it's wonderful. And I promise you, as soon as this thing's settled, it'll be just the two of us, in perfect bliss. I'll get a job, speak English, and bliss, kiss, that rhymes. I wonder if anyone's ever used it before. Now, what difference does it make? It'll be great for the song. Oh, one last kiss. It gives me so much bliss. What's your denture fit? That's too foolish.
An English teacher, someday, maybe an English teacher. Yes? Well, every phone in Sweet Apple can't be busy. What's going on there? Kim McAfee just got pinned to who? Never mind, Mary. When you get a hold of her, call somebody gave you this pin doesn't mean you have to retire from all social life. Going steady is very important, but there are some things more important than very important. And the Conrad Birdie Fan Club is one of them. I mean, where else can we girls gather together and worship that wonderful creature? I mean, do you realize what you'd be giving up, Tim? I'm sorry, Ursula, but my mind's made up. Of course, I'll still play his records, but things like the Pledge and the Conrad Birdie Scream are past me now. You're giving up the Scream. You mean when Conrad Birdie sings on television, you're not going to go...
too?
Yeah, I'm still here. Conrad Birdie is coming here to kiss me? Doris? Mother! Mommy! Baby, what is it? What's the matter? It's Conrad Birdie, Mother! He's coming here to kiss me! That's nice, sweetheart. You just put your head on Mommy's shoulder. No, you don't understand. Conrad Birdie is coming here to sweet apple to kiss me goodbye. Oh, Mommy! I never thought I'd say it, but God bless Conrad Birdie.
No smoking till you're 14. All right, now, shall we try it?
We love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Conrad.
Hey, little girl, you can sing with us if you want to. Well, what's the matter with her?
Oh, she's just sad because Conrad's going into the army, and she'll be too old for him when he gets out.
Well, I think she still has a few good years left. Anyway, you girls go on down and try 12 and I'll talk to 51st Street and Broadway by a loaded beer truck. Do you suppose that's Mama?
It's either her or the all clear.
Mama, what's the matter?
Nothing's the matter here. I'm just a little faint from the subway, that's all.
Mama. I told you to take a taxi.
Taxi! What do I need with taxis? I'll leave the taxis for my successful son. A mother can ride crowded in a dirty subway full of foreign people who wouldn't give you a seat if your life depended on it. But what's the difference? Nowadays, a mother's lower than dirt anyway. Here's the money I saved from not taking the taxi. Buy some candy. Oh, shit.
Mama, you know Rose Alvarez from the office.
This is Rose Alvarez? Pretty little Rose Alvarez? What happened, Rose? You have some shock or something?
You know me, Albert, but I think I'll go see if Conrad's here.
By all means, dear. Look at her, Sonny. How nice she looks. It's a wonder to me some older man doesn't snatch her off. Personable matron like that with brains and a few bucks. What a catch you'd be for a convalescent. Goodbye, May.
Bye, May.
Call me Mrs. Peterson.
Mama, what I wanted to talk to you about is sort of about Rosie. Maybe you better sit down.
Why, I know my Sonny. He loves his mama. He wouldn't say anything to break her heart. Go ahead, dear. What about Rose?
Well, it's sort of about Lou, too.
Lou! Where are you, Lou? Struck down by a beverage I consumed faithfully for 32 years. What about Lou?
Mama, it's just that Rose thinks, and I agree, that I should give up Alvin Lou. Mama, what's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. Just kill me, that's all. Lou! I'm coming! I'm on my way up!
Mama, you don't understand. It's just that Rose thinks. No, I think... Here's some money, Mom. Take a cab home. The subway's too crowded.
Nothing's too crowded for a mother. I'll take the subway. I'll take the
Pride and Prejudice, as well as the usual pomp and circumstance, that I welcome you to our fair city and present you with a solid 14-karat gold key so generously donated by the man at the Sweet Apple Brass Works. And I present this key to you, Conrad. All I said was Comrade Birdie. Y'all don't stop. I can't finish my speech.
Who cares about your speech? We
you enjoy his eggs, Kim. I know the house has been a little bit hectic this morning, dear, but Kim's gone to a lot of trouble to fix this special breakfast for Conrad Birdie. And I want to make sure everything's ready and waiting for him when he comes down. After all, he is a national figure, and I want to show these New York people we know how to treat a national figure here at Sweet Apple. Of course, it really doesn't mean that much to me personally, but for kids' sake,
Doris, I'm not budging from this room till I eat my breakfast, have my coffee, smoke a cigarette, and read the paper.
I'm sorry, dear. I didn't have time to fix your coffee this morning. How about a nice warm 7-Up?
Morning, Pop. Here's your paper. I hope you don't mind, but I cut out a few stories about Conrad.
I've tried to run my house on a democratic basis. I've extended the privilege of self-determination to both the woman I've married and the children I've sired. The vote has been denied no one for reasons of age, sex, or political affiliation. There's been no taxation without representation, and open governments have been openly arrived at. Last night, I gave up my room to a guest who repeatedly referred to me as back. There were telephone calls made on my phone, New York, Chicago, Fairbanks, Alaska, and Hong Kong. I slept in a camp cot with my feet in the fireplace and my head in an ashtray. Outside my window, 10 heartbeat shrieks, "We love you, Conrad!" 4,732 times, and I've just received my newspaper in shreds. Gentlemen, the democracy is over. Parliament has been dissolved, the Magna Carta has been revoked, and Nero is back in town. And you don't offer her, an emperor, a war to 7-Up! Ah, there, Mr. McAfee. I hope you won't mind staying off the phone for a few minutes. We're expecting a long-distance call from New York. Perfectly all right. Well, I'll just go out and burn Rome.
What's the matter? Oh, nothing, dear. Your father's just excited about Conrad being here, that's all.
He's coming, he's coming!
It's coming, Mother! You call the kid! Look at the eggs!
Girl! He's coming! You better hurry if you want to watch him eat.
Here we are, Kim. I'm sorry, Doris, but we just had to come. We'll stand quietly back here.
Here it is.
Come for lunch. Hiya, fat. Don't worry, I'll clean it up.
Now, Doris, about that boy.
Oh, Harry, he's just shy.
Well, if you ask me.
After all, Doris, Kim's only 15, and I don't want her...
Daddy, not in front of everybody! Ursula will be in bed.
I don't care who's here. No ill-mannered loud is going to...
Tell him, Pa.
You shut up!
Harry, you have no right to say that. The boy is our guest.
This is my house, and until you're 18...
But, Daddy.
I said shut up! Until you're 18...
But, Daddy.
Will you leave me alone? Mr. and Mrs. McAfee, Kent, Randolph. Is this the way you want 75 million Americans to see you? What are you talking about? You're all going to be on television with Conrad. On television? I just got the confirmation from New York, from Ed Sullivan himself. You mean we're going to be on the Ed Sullivan Show? The Ed Sullivan Show? That's right. He's flying here to Sweet Apple, and this Sunday at 8:05, you're all going to be on the show. Live! That's why I beg you to put aside all petty differences. To that great audience out there, you're the American dream come true. And for the free world's sake, Mr. McAfee, don't destroy that dream. Me, on the Ed Sullivan Show. Ed Sullivan. Me, Harry McAfee, appearing with Ed Sullivan.
tomorrow. And whatever costumes we need.
Rose, I'm sure everything will be fine. Now, if you'll just listen to me for 1 minute, there's something very important I want to talk to you about. About you and I, Rose.
You and me.
Rose, I'm serious. Being away from New York has made me see all sorts of things in a different light. That's why I wanted to let you know that I wrote Mama and told her that no matter what, I'm giving up Alma Lou.
Albert, you didn't.
Yes, I did, Rosie. I wrote her the day we left, which gives her 3 days and 3 nights to get in touch with me. So far, not a word. I think she's accepted the whole thing by now.
3 days and 3 nights on a trailway spot. What's the difference? I'm only...
Mama, what are you doing here?
Did you think I wouldn't come? A woman gets a letter obviously written under the influence of drugs and she shouldn't come. Dear Mom, this letter is to let you know that Alma Lou is dissolved. Your friend, Albert. Who am I anyway? Only a sick old woman who probably won't land tonight. All I want is phone with 1 word card. Albert's mother. And don't hire a limousine to get me to the final resting place. I'll walk.
Mama!
And tell this Venus friend of yours, I forgive her. She knows not what she does.
Mama, Rose is right here.
This is Rose. She looks like Margot when they took out of Shangri-La.
occasion. Tonight, before he goes, he wants to leave a certain young lady with one last kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sweet Apple, Ohio, where a typical American family, Mr. and Mrs. Harry McAfee...
Ed, that's McAfee.